stand before this house today not just as a member of parliament or as a representative of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, but as a voice of the 8 crore people of Tamil Nadu who've been told in the midst of our state elections that their votes will count less and their voice in this parliament will be diminished. And furthermore, it's really shocking that yesterday we are discussing the bill here. You've taken your own time to notify. And yesterday, when you've called us here, we are discussing the bill here, and then what is the need and what is the necessity to notify it yesterday? What is the meaning? What is the respect you have for this house? So the government has introduced 3 bills in this special session, called in haste and time to disrupt the ongoing elections in my state and many states. And I raised to oppose these bills on the behalf of my party and my state. Let me start by saying that these 3 bills, disguised as if they are in support of the reservation of women, constitute the single greatest assault on Indian federal structure. Let me begin at the beginning, because this government always counts on the public not knowing the history. The history of the delimitation in India is at its heart the history of a promise made by the parliament to the people of the southern states, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. 5 states which have resisted the onslaught of the Bharatiya Janata Party and have stood out as role models for inclusive development. The delimitation process began in 1952. Soon after the Republic was founded. It was a constitutional solution to a demographic problem. How to balance the population growth with fair representation. All of us abided by the constitutional suggestions in Article 82 and 170. By 1973, when the 3rd Delimitation Commission had completed its work, there was a push for population control also. This national population policy was brought across the country to contain the growing demographic population, and it was exploding actually. So the first freeze on delimitation took place in 1976. This was fixed for a period of 25 years based on the 1971 census. Let us not forget that it was the Congress government, Madam Indira Gandhi's government, that recognized this issue and brought the bill. In the 1976 42nd Amendment, Parliament froze the total number of Lok Sabha seats to 543. This freeze was not a technical detail. It was a constitutional compact, a promise made to every family in India and South India that compliance with objectives of the national policy would not cost them their political voice. Over time, Southern India, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka and Andhra had begun to invest in schools, hospitals, women's health. We listened to the union government's repeated call to control our population. We complied. Our fertility rates fell. Our families became smaller. In 2001, understanding that some states, especially southern states and other states like Punjab, had done a better job at these indicators, and some other states had to catch up. That time, there was a government, a union government, which listened to the voices of the people from the south. Yes, I have to give you credit when you deserve it. We are unlike you, always finding fault with us. When there is something to appreciate you, we always appreciate. So under the Vajpayee government, the parliament extended that freeze through the 84th Amendment until after the first census following 2026. 24 more years of protection, because then the parliament in its collective wisdom understood that this injustice had to be addressed. Why do we have to increase the seats now to 850? On what basis? The statement of the objective says that there is a change in demographic profile. Yet you are using a 15-year-old 2011 census data to conduct delimitation. You are contradicting yourselves. And 850 seats Most of the MPs, after making the seats 850, might not even get a chance to speak in this parliament for 5 years. Sir, I want to tell this house about a family in Tamil Nadu, a mother and a father, first generation literates. They had only 2 children, not 5, not 6, because they believed in family planning, because the government told them that was the right thing for the country, because they wanted their children to have a better life. That is the story of Tamil Nadu and the South Indian states. Today, Tamil Nadu's total fertility rate is 1.6, lower than France, lower than Australia, lower than United States, your friends. We have completed what the demographers call a demographic transition. Our population is stable. Our women are educated. By every measure of human development, Tamil Nadu is a success story the country has to be proud of.